Hi everyone, Adam with etrailer.Com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Konig Easy Fit self-tensioning snow tire chain on our 2019 Toyota Highlander. So looking at our chains here, we are going to have a manganese nickel alloy steel D-link links. They're not necessarily the largest links. They're going to be extremely smooth on the road compared to some of the bigger ones. And we are going to have a diamond pattern, and also we're going to have our cross chains here. And that's just going to be great for turning, starting, stopping, etc. And the metal that this is made out of is going to resist against rust and corrosion over time. But really, what we really need on this Highlander is just a really low profile chain. We don't have a whole lot of wheel well clearance, especially when our suspension is going to be bringing this tire up and down. So having a SAE S class certified chain for these tires is going to be a plus, and this one definitely checks that box. So at the end of the day, these tire chains are going to get the job done and increase your traction in lighter snow. They're not extremely aggressive, but that is something we're going to have to sacrifice a little bit just to get that smoother ride that you guys may be wanting. If we compare them to some of the V-bar style chains, or even some of the larger, thicker D-link ladder pattern style chains as well, they're going to be a lot rougher on the road, but they will give you a little bit more traction. But really where this tire chain is going to shine is just, one, the fact that it takes into consideration your vehicle. So we have these nylon bumpers here just so they're not going to be digging into our sidewall of our tire. And also we do have on the back of this bar, you can't really see it, but there is a coating there, so it's not just straight metal to metal. So if it does make contact with your rim, it's not going to scratch or damage it. Also, we do have some coated chains on the outside as well. So that's going to be a little bit easier on your hands, and of course, if it does hit our rim, I don't think we'll have any issues of it damaging anything. But the second feature, which is going to set this chain apart from most, is just the fact that it's super, super easy to install. We have a self-tensioning system already built in. We don't need an extra rubber tensioner like some of the other chains that we have here at eTrailer. And it just really is a really cool design. Really all you need is just your hands and your feet to get it all locked into place, and nothing else. No other tools really required. No manual connections need to be made or anything like that. It's pretty much ready to go. And honestly, one of my favorite chains, just because it's different, it's super, super easy. Again, it does come in it comes in a pair of two, and it does come in a relatively different bag. It's going to be a nylon bag, so it's going to kind of resist against some of those tears like some of the canvas bags might have. And also, a really neat feature about it as well, it's just so big, so you don't really have to like shove these chains in there. Like, they just literally just lay right in. Super easy to get them in and out. And of course, we have instructions on our bag as well. And this actually is meant for a kneeling mat. So obviously if we're putting snow tire chains on, there's going to be snow on the ground. So they made the bag functional to carry our chains and also just to protect our kneecap from getting wet. So that's definitely a plus. But let's just go ahead and show you guys where these chains really shine. And that is how easy they are to install, but also easy to take off as well. All we really need to do is just press these two little tabs down here. It's going to release the step. It's going to go way up like that. Grab these off just like that. And grab our bag. I kind of just grab it by the center bar here. Lay it down. Zip it on up. And just the fact that it's really, really thin too, it's not going to take up a lot of space in your trunk or anything like that. You can even probably just stow it away with your spare tire. But again, or you can just throw it right in the Highlander here. But just to show you guys how simple and easy it is to take them off, it's almost just as easy to put them on as well. So let's go ahead and show you guys how. So the first thing we want to do is just grab our big old bag here and unzip it. And we can actually use this as a kneeling pad, because if we're putting on snow chains, there's probably going to be snow on the ground. And Obviously there's not snow right here, but this is going to just keep your kneecaps from getting all wet and soggy, which is a plus. We're going to have two different chains here. I'm going to lay one to the side for now. And then we have our chain we'll be putting on today. We have a little bag here. It has a hook and loop fastener at top. We have instructions, and we also have instructions on our nailing pad too, so that's kind of a cool little feature that they threw in there. Also, got some gloves if you need them. Got some spare links. And then we have step one. So this first step is something that we do recommend you guys just do before. You don't have to do it whenever you're putting the chains on your tires whenever you're in a snowy situation. We do just suggest putting these chains on your tires before you get into that situation so you guys actually kind of know what's going on. But this right here is going to just be the step one that we're going to do initially, but then we don't have to redo it any time after that. So I want you guys to just hold it up kind of like this, and then we're going to see these little links right here where it connects to our plastic coated links, and that's where these little bumpers are going to go. So what this is just going to do is just give some added protection to your rims, just like that. And we're just going to go along every single one of them like this. And then we should be ready to go to step two. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. So the next thing that we need to do is we're going to grab these two red parts here and pull this apart. You can see that step kind of slides up. It's going to give us plenty of room to work with. So now with that spread apart, we're going to take it and drape it over our tire. We want to make sure that this piece here is going to be on the top. Kind of fit that around like so. Kind of shove that back to the back end of the tire, and then once we get it kind of set up top, come down low, and we're going to take these red pieces here and push those to the back as well. And we want this little cable to be at the bottom, just like that. Perfect. Try to get it as centered as you can right now before we start tightening everything down. So as everything is starting to fit real nice, really all we really need to do is just flip down this little step here, put your foot on it, and step down. This is going to tighten that red cable there, and it clicks down at the bottom. And that should pretty much be it. We do recommend that you guys roll over these a couple of times, come back out, and make sure they're still nice and tight, and if so, we're ready to hit the road. Well, everyone, that just about does it for a look at the Konig Easy Fit self-tensioning snow tire chain on our 2019 Toyota Highlander.